Hello, my loves. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8 and 9. I meant to record this video yesterday, but child, I totally fell asleep and I'm not even mad about it. The only thing I'm mad about is I was so cute yesterday for the purpose of recording this video and I didn't even record. But whatever, y'all seen the reels, y'all seen the posts if you follow me on Instagram. If not, baby, make sure you follow me at 11 moons 11 the word moons, the number 11. And if you need to book a one-on-one session with me for your astrology, divination, or personal growth needs, make sure you visit 11moons11.com. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, for those of you that are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Shawnee. I am a spiritual counselor and advisor. I'm an astrologist and I am an energy healer. Okay. If those things interest you, definitely stick around. But this video ain't gonna be about none of that, to be honest with y'all. My birthday is Christmas Eve. I absolutely love Christmas time. And every year I watch one Christmas movie a day from the 1st of December up until Christmas. So this year, although I have missed, I think 2 days, or maybe 1 day in that lineup of watching movies, I have held true to that tradition. Me and my wife normally will have the Christmas tree up by now, but we weren't sure if we were going to put it up this year. But I was like, no, it doesn't feel like Christmas in here. It needs to feel like Christmas. So today we put up our Christmas tree. We put our lights and our little bow on the patio. We put our Christmas wreath on the front door, honey. And so it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas up in here. And for that, I am happy and grateful. Now, let's get into these movies. So, I watched 7 movies so far. The first one was Something from Tiffany's. I think it came out last year. It was kind of a romance Christmas movie. Out of 10, I would give it about a 7 because 1, it was predictable. Most of these movies, by the way, are on Prime Video. I think there's one of them that was on Netflix, but y'all, I gotta start taking notes for the next video that I write to let y'all know where they at. But most of them are on Prime Video because that's where I've been watching. So Something from Tiffany's, it was very cute. The plot was pretty normal, like something happens during Christmas, somebody passes away, they end up connecting 2 other people together and they fall in love. So it was predictable. That's why I would take off 3 points. But other than the predictability, it was good. It kept me engaged. It had a cute plot. I laughed a couple of times and I loved it. The second one was The Genie. Okay, The Genie is, who's in that movie? Melissa McCarthy is in there. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head that's in there, but I love Melissa McCarthy. I think she's hilarious. She actually played the role of the Genie. I liked the Genie. My wife gave it a 6.5 out of 10 because she said it was cheesy on some moments and it was kind of over exaggerated and all over the place. But I didn't feel like that. I feel like it was exaggerated, but I mean, obviously it's a movie about a genie, so it's gonna be exaggerated. It was not predictable in terms of like the things that I thought were gonna happen in the order that they happened did not happen. And even though it had some cheesy, ridiculous moments as far as Melissa McCarthy and the comedy of it, other than that, I didn't feel like it was too cheesy. So I would give it an 8 out of 10, but my wife did give it a 6.5 out of 10. That was The Genie. Candy Cane Lane was with Eddie Murphy. I really enjoyed it. It was a little exaggerated and all over the place. So me and my wife did say it's a 7.5. But beyond it being unrealistic, which I feel like why be realistic when there's Christmas magic in the air, honey? Beyond that, it was good. First of all, it kept my attention because there was suspense. Second of all, it was funny. Third of all, it was different from all the other Christmas movies in that there was a clear protagonist and antagonist. There was a villain. I really liked that. Like, it gave some depth to the movie and I enjoyed it. So I would give the genie, I mean, not the genie, I would give Candy Cane Lane a 7.5 out of 10. No, I would give the genie an 8. I mean, shit. Why do I keep confusing the genie and Candy Cane Lane? I don't know. Because I want Eddie Murphy to be in both of those movies, and he is not. I don't know why I keep imagining that man is Eddie Murphy, because he is not. Candy Cane Lane, I would give the genie a 7.5. For Candy Cane Lane, I would give it an 8 and 8.5. Okay? The reason why it doesn't get a full 10 is because some moments were just absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, why did y'all even need to put this in here? It's a waste. But beyond that, I loved it. We watched A Christmas Fumble. A Christmas Fumble was a romance. It was slow. It was predictable. I feel like some of the characters could have been better developed and there could have been a few more plot twists. So I give that movie a 6. My wife gave it a 6 as well. But essentially, A Christmas Fumble is about a guy that is like a sports broadcaster, and he has like a scandal come out from some things that he did in the past, and from that scandal he starts to lose things, and his ex ends up being his like PR savior to help him get things back in order, and the movie goes from there. I don't want to spoil it for y'all in case y'all watch it, but very predictable, and slow, kind of drawn out when we already knew what was gonna happen. Violent Night was so freaking good. That was a 10 out of 10. I watched that last night, and it was probably my favorite one so far. First of all, I don't even like bang bang shoot 'em up movies, because that's what I call them, bang bang shoot 'em up movies, and movies where everybody be getting bang banged and shot up. I don't like that. My wife is a lover of bang bang shoot 'em ups. Me, I feel like it's too much blood, too much violence. Why is everybody getting shot and killed and stabbed up? I don't like that. But I loved Violent Night. It was so good. Is it violent? Yes. Is it gory? Yes. But it's also funny. It's also heartwarming. It also reminds us about the beauty and power of family and sticking together and fighting for each other and community and just faith. And I just absolutely love that. This is very like pro-black of me, but one thing I did not like, and I know that whoever wrote this movie probably was not thinking about this, but I was thinking about this, so I'm gonna tell y'all. In the movie, they have like it's like a big family, and their house, it's like a kind of twist on A Christmas Carol, because there's a Scrooge character, Santa's in the movie, and then there's a family. A family's getting robbed. There's a little girl, and she's like communicating with Santa, and Santa's taking names and kicking ass and taking names, is what I meant to say. But the one thing I didn't like is in one moment of the movie, I kind of felt this whole white savior complex thing going on, and I don't like that. Like, it makes my skin crawl when I feel like that in movies, because I'm tired of everything having a white savior. Oh, to go back to Candy Cane Lane, I did like the fact that they had a black Santa. I love that, by the way, just to throw that in there. But that's the only thing I didn't like about Violent Night. And even with that, I would still give it a 10 out of 10 because it was so good. It was so suspenseful. It was thrilling. It was heartwarming. It was funny at moments. And it was great. Beautifully done, beautifully written. The acting was great. I did not at one point ever feel like, what the fuck am I watching? What are these people talking about? Why am I here? Which I'm not gonna say on these first three that I have felt like that, but yeah, I have felt like that watching some Christmas movies. Like, but yeah, that's what I would say about Violent Night. It was so good. My favorite thus far in my Christmas movie series. Of course, I'm gonna come back to y'all next week after I've watched about another 7 movies and give y'all another review. But okay, we talked about Something from Tiffany's, we talked about Genie, we talked about Violent Night, we talked about Candy Cane Lane, A Christmas Fumble. The last one, I feel like there's 2 more, but I must not have put the other one on this list, and I don't know why. I'm sorry, y'all, but if it's not on this, I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't remember the name of it. I'll come talk to y'all about it next week. The last one was A Christmas for Mary. A Christmas for Mary was good. I just didn't really care for the acting. So because the acting was not what I feel like it could have been, I would give that movie probably a 6.5 out of 10. But other than the acting, it was pretty good. I started watching a Christmas movie earlier today that I planned on adding to this list for y'all, but I did not finish the movie, so I'll review it another time. But so far, those are the Christmas movies that I've watched. I would say if I had to list them from 1 through 6 in order of how much I love them, it would be Violent Night, Candy Cane Lane, Genie, Something from Tiffany's, A Christmas Fumble, and then Christmas for Mary. That's how I would list them. I really liked A Christmas for Mary because it was like a different type of plot. And even though it was a little bit predictable, it kept my attention. So it wasn't the worst. I just feel like the acting could have been a little bit better, and they could have like moved the storyline along a little bit faster because it was slow. I would say A Christmas Fumble and A Christmas for Mary, I have the same critique for them. They were both slow and predictable, but in the end, they turned out being good. If you've watched any Christmas movies or you have any recommendations, definitely comment the names of them and wherever they're streaming on down below. Last night I switched it up and I think I watched some on Max. So maybe A Christmas for Mary and A Christmas Fumble were on Max because I have Max with my cell phone plan. But the rest of these that I've named are on Prime Video. So if you have access to Prime Video, you should have those. I plan on doing some BET Plus Christmas movie watching. But y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried. And it's like the 2 that I've tried, I'm immediately feeling like I'm in a Tubi movie. And it ain't nothing wrong with Tubi movies. It's just sometimes I just can't do it. Like, I like to watch movies that the acting is so good, I forget I'm watching a movie and I think it's real life. Like, if it doesn't make me feel like that, I'm probably not going to be able to sit through it because I'm not going to be paying attention and I'm not going to know what the hell is going on. So that's just me. If you're somebody who's like a huge movie buff and you can sit and watch anything, then go for it. I'm definitely going to put some on my list because I want to watch some all-black Christmas movies from this year, and the ones that I've seen so far have been on BT Plus. But I tried to watch 2, and child, I checked out within like 15 to 20 minutes because the acting and the storyline was just all over the place, and I just cannot. But yeah, other than that, you guys, Merry Christmas. I don't want to make this video too long. That's really all I have to say. Of course, I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit for us to end this. And as always, you are heavily protected, divinely guided, and highly favored in all that you are, in all that you do. If no one else has told you that you are loved and you are appreciated today, let me be the first to tell you. Okay, make sure you subscribe, make sure you thumbs up the video, make sure you leave a comment with what Christmas movies you've been watching, or if you plan to watch one of these, definitely comment that down below and let me know which one you plan to watch. If you've already watched any of these, comment down below and tell me what you rated it, okay? Our postcard from Spirit says, "Dear you, now is one of those times when you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellectual and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say, now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back. You will be glad you did. Love you." So, stay out of the drama, stay out of the chaos, sit back, observe, work on you, go within is essentially what I'm getting from this message. And that will definitely keep you moving in the right direction. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you all go to my website, 11moons11.com. Again, that's the word 11, moons, plural, MOONS, the number 11.com/book-online, okay? 11moons11.com/book-online, and either book your end of year tarot reading, which is a tarot spread with about 9 questions, things to keep from this year, things to release, the theme of the year ahead, things to focus on, things to be aware of, actions to take, pitfalls to avoid, open roads, opportunities and potential, food for the soul, and message from the ancestors are all the boxes that we're going to check in this end of year tarot reading, okay? Make sure you book that. They are $33.33. And it's a 30-minute session. So if we finish all the questions before that 30 minutes is up, you definitely can ask me any general questions that you may have. If you want something more in-depth, I would encourage you to book a soul session where we can talk for an hour to an hour and 15 minutes about whatever it is that you want to go through, whether it's concerns, questions, comments, and I will usually pull up any relevant transits that come up based on what your concerns and questions are as far as astrology are concerned, and not just the general transit, but your personal transits. To take it a little bit deeper, go ahead and book a 12-month forecast, okay? 12-month forecast will give you all of the highlights as far as your personal transits that are to come in 2024, as well as divination for each area of life based on the 12 houses. So you'll know what's going on astrologically speaking each month, and you'll have an idea of how these things are going to affect you based on the divination from these houses. So book whichever one is most suitable for you. Definitely highly recommend any of those 3 in this season. And again, you are heavily protected, divinely guided, and highly favored in all that you are and all